Hey everybody, I'm Michael and welcome to today's video. I've been getting a lot of questions regarding the taxes and the BNB taxes that are applied with the DRIP system, and I wanted to cover it in a little bit more detail to try to make it as clear as possible. I've got my text editor here, and let's assume for this example we are starting with 10 DRIP tokens. Well, if we go to the DRIP website, and we come over here to the deposit section. I'm assuming you have already purchased these DRIP tokens using BNB on the Binance Smart Chain. If you haven't, you can simply come to this website, come up here to the swap tab, and you can do that conversion there. But here we are on the faucet page and we're talking about depositing some DRIP tokens. So let's say you came today and you were to deposit 10 DRIP tokens. You can see already right here there is a 10% tax that is charged on deposits. So what that looks like is this. Say we take our 10 DRIP tokens. We already converted it. We've got our 10 DRIP tokens. We're going to deposit these 10 DRIP tokens today into our DRIP account. We know that there is a 10% tax that is applied on deposits. So those 10 DRIP tokens gets a 10% tax, and we are left with 9 DRIP tokens in our deposits. At the same time, so this is all about DRIP, at the same time, in order to perform this transaction and deposit these tokens, there is also a very small BNB fee that is used to actually make the transaction. It's to send the data from your wallet onto the blockchain, and in order to do that, you need to pay a very small tax. And in my experience, that tax is usually around 0.001 to 0.006 BNB. To recap, you are going to deposit 10 DRIP tokens and you are charged a 10% tax, which you are left with 9 DRIP tokens. This goes into your deposits. And then you are also charged another tax in the form of BNB that is just simply to allow the DRIP website to make this transaction for you. So when you look at your account after depositing 10 DRIP tokens, your account's deposit balance will be 9 DRIP tokens because we don't get anything removed when we pay these fees in the form of the Binance token. All of the stuff that's done with the Binance token is done completely separate from your DRIP balance. So now we have 9 DRIP tokens in our deposits. If you look at my account here, you see I have this amount in my deposits. You would be starting with 9 DRIP tokens in your deposits. After 24 hours, you get 1% in rewards based on the amount of DRIP that you've deposited. So you have 9 DRIP tokens, and after 24 hours, you earn 1% of those 9 DRIP tokens. And we will be looking at everything in the form of DRIP tokens. We won't be looking at it in the form of USD or fiat because the price of DRIP constantly is fluctuating. I'm not going to go ahead and say that you'll be earning $3 every 24 hours because that price could fluctuate. If the price goes up, you'll be earning more. If the price goes down, you'll be earning less. But the consistency is that you will be earning 1% in the form of DRIP tokens no matter what the price of DRIP actually is. So if we get our calculator here and we know we have our 9 DRIP tokens in our deposits, after 24 hours, we will earn 1% or 0.09 DRIP tokens. So after those 24 hours, we will have this amount of DRIP that we get to choose 3 different options with. We can either choose to hydrate, we can choose to claim it, put the money back into our wallet, or we can do nothing and that's it. The money just stays there, it keeps collecting based on our deposit balance. So if you end up doing nothing, your deposit balance remains at 9 DRIP, and 24 hours later, your available balance that you can either hydrate, claim, or do nothing will double. Because if you look at this 9 DRIP deposit, you'll have this amount after the first 24 hours. After the next 24 hours, you'll have another 1% from your 9 DRIP deposit, and this amount will double. And as long as you do nothing, this amount will continue to grow. It'll keep doubling and tripling and quadrupling and so on because every day you're getting 0.09 drip. So if you were to say, I'm not going to do anything with that 0.09, I'm going to let it grow. Well, after 24 hours, you'll have this amount. After 48 hours, you will have this amount. After another 24 hours, you'll have this amount. After another 24 hours, you'll have this amount, and so on and so on and so on. And this will allow your available balance to grow, and you don't have to pay any taxes and you don't have to pay any BNB fees if you choose to do nothing. So if you're starting with a very low amount in your deposit balance, meaning you have around 9 drip tokens or so, maybe it's smarter for you to do nothing for the first week, and then after 1 week choosing to either hydrate or claim that money. But the reason why I'm saying to do absolutely nothing is because when we take a look at the fees associated with hydrating or claiming, you might actually be paying more in fees than you're actually earning in that 1% if you chose to hydrate or claim every other day or whatever with this amount of drip. Hopefully that makes sense. I apologize if it's kind of confusing, but the reason why I wanted to show you the doing nothing is because this is the thing that a lot of people don't realize, is that you don't have to hydrate and you don't have to claim. You could do absolutely nothing. And when you do absolutely nothing, your available balance continues to grow, and you don't have to pay any BNB and you don't have to pay any drip taxes. For this example, if you chose to do nothing, I don't know why I capitalized it. If you chose to do nothing for 365 days, your available balance would show whatever 0.09 times 365 is. It would show 32.85 drip tokens. That is if you deposited 10 drip tokens today, you had the 10% drip tax removed, and then you just let your account sit, you forgot about it, it would grow to show 32.85 drip tokens. With that available balance of 32.85 drip tokens after 1 year of doing absolutely nothing, you would then have the option of either hydrating or claiming. If you chose to hydrate, the 32.85 drip, your new balance would show this amount. Let's do the math right now. So you have 9 drip tokens. You haven't hydrated, you haven't put anything back into your deposits, you haven't claimed anything. You have just let your money sit there and grow and earning that 1% every single day for 365 days. So with that 9 drip, and we add the 32.85 drip, our new deposit balance is a calculation. What we can do is this. On the 32.85, when we choose to hydrate, we get a 5% tax, which comes out to 1.6425 drip. Let's go ahead and continue with the 9 drip we have here. And we know that we're going to have this amount removed from this 32.85, which is 5%. So if we take the 32.85 and we subtract this amount, which is that 5%, we are left with 31.2075 drip. And then all we have to do is add back in the 9 drip that we already had from the beginning, and we are left with 40.2075 drip. So our new starting balance, if we chose to hydrate once after 365 days, we'd be left with 40.2075 drip tokens. You would also have to pay a small BNB fee, which, if you look up here, you can estimate around this amount. So if you go to hydrate and put this money back in, this amount right here, back into your deposits by hydrating, you'll get charged a 0.001 to around 0.006 BNB fee. And if you think about that, and I know I said I wasn't going to use the terms of USD, but taking the 32.85 drip tokens and multiplying it by the current price of drip, which is around $25, you're essentially receiving $821.25 that you're putting back into your deposits. And then you're only going to spend this small amount in BNB fees. So let's say it's this amount here in BNB, multiplied by the current price of BNB, which is $400. You're paying $1.12 to put $800 back into your account. When you look at it that way, it makes sense to wait a little bit longer to hydrate because you're putting a lot more money back into your account and you're paying very, very low fees. That's the example if you chose to do nothing for 365 days. Maybe you choose to do nothing for 1 day or 2 days, and you're left with 0.09 drip or 0.18 drip. Maybe it makes sense for you to do nothing for a week and then hydrate once every week or something like that. You have to look at the numbers and see if it makes sense to you financially. But the reason why I started with the do nothing option is because for a lot of people starting with a low amount of drip tokens, doing nothing is your best friend. So let's talk about hydrating. Hydrating, there is a 5% tax on your available balance. With claiming, there is a 10% tax on your available balance. So if we take this available balance, this is the 1% that we earn from having 9 drip in our deposits, we take this amount here. If we chose to hydrate, we are going to spend 5% of that on taxes. So let's open our calculator and let's take this 0.09 drip tokens that we have in our available balance and let's subtract 5%. We are left with this amount of drip. So this amount of drip will now go back into our deposits balance. When we do this, we also pay a small BNB fee. That BNB fee is a range of this amount here. So the BNB fee, if let's say it was 0.003 BNB, and we look at the amount that you would be charged, it would be $400 for one BNB token, multiplied by that 0.003, we're going to pay $1.20 in these BNB fees. After 24 hours, you have this amount that's added back into your deposits, and you'll pay this amount in BNB. If we did the same fee, let's say it was the same amount for claiming, the claim fee would be 10% tax. So we would take this amount here, and we would subtract 10%, because that's the claim fee. We are left with this amount of drip. This amount of drip would get added back into your wallet, and it would not get added back into your deposits. So as you can see, if we chose to hydrate, we are paying 5% less than if we chose to claim. We're paying around the same exact fee, doesn't matter which option you're choosing, but the reason why a lot of people choose to hydrate more often than claim is to build up this balance right here. So I created a separate video that I'll link right up here. And what I did is I took an initial deposit balance of around 100 drip tokens, and I really went through every different scenario of if you chose to hydrate every single day, how much your account would grow versus if you chose to claim versus if you chose to do nothing. And then I went over a scenario where if you actually started only with 5 drip tokens in your account, would it make sense to hydrate every day or hydrate every other day or hydrate once a week? I go over all the numbers. That video is right up here or it's down in the YouTube description. So hopefully with all this information you can see when it makes sense to hydrate for you specifically and when it makes sense to claim or when it makes sense to do absolutely nothing with your 1% and 24-hour rewards. If this video helped, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I'll see everyone in the next video.